Now, in this diagram, this chart, we see this blue structure. It is the decidua, endometrium, and this is the blastocyst. Now, if you see this outermost layer, where it looks like a cytoplasmic mass, there is no clear cell boundary. It is the syncytotrophoblast. It is the syncytotrophoblast. In this syncytotrophoblast, these are the maternal blood and the glands perforated, pierced, and these are the lacunae in which these are the filled. Now focus on this cytotrophoblast layer. This cytotrophoblast, it has the well defined cell margins. Cells are clearly visible, and we see these cytotrophoblast proliferate and they form the mass. These structures projected into the syncytotrophoblast, it is the primary villi. There are first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and the seventh. There are 7 primary villi. Now, if you see these structures, it is the chorionic cavity. It is the cavity. It is formed by the formation of cavity into the extraembryonic mesodome. It is the yolk sac and it is the amniotic cavity. So, here in this diagram, we see the formation of the primary villi. Focus on the primary villi, and the second, focus on these lacunae filled with the mother blood. These lacunae becomes the intervillous space in the future. Now focus this diagram. It represents the formation of the secondary villi. Now these foldings, focus on these foldings. These foldings, it has the 3 layers. Outer syncytotrophoblast, then inner cellular layer, single layer, it is the cytotrophoblast, and the inner mass, white mass, it is the extraembryonic mesoderm. Means it is the secondary villi. There is no vessels anywhere, so it is the secondary villi. This projection, and between this space, these are the intervillous space present between the secondary villi. Now if we section, take the TS of the secondary villi, see the 3 layers. Primary villi has the 2 layers. Now the secondary villi, outermost layer, it is the syncytotrophoblast. Then single cellular layer, it is the cytotrophoblast. Both are the layers part of the trophoblast. And the inner mass, it is the mesoderm. It is the part of the extraembryonic mesoderm. So it is the secondary villi. Now see the tertiary villi. These are the tertiary villi. These villi now are vasculated. You see, in each villi there are the set of capillaries present, and these capillaries communicate with the vascular system of this embryo. It is the intervillous space. Now if you see these dot structures, these are the cytotrophoblast cell. This cytotrophoblast cell is formed by the cytotrophoblast, and the formation of this cytotrophoblast cells is to separate this syncytotrophoblast in contact with this decidua, so that further invasion of this endometrium is prohibited. Now if you see the section of a tertiary villi, now see in the substance or in the center of this mesoderm, it is the vessels are present, capillaries are present. Now if you count, the first layer outermost, it is the syncytotrophoblast. This is the first layer. Then second layer, it is the cytotrophoblast. Then the third layer, it is the connective tissue. or we can say it is the mesoderm, extraembryonic mesoderm. And the fourth layer is the wall of the capillaries, that is the endothelium along with basement membrane. Now the point is, outside this tertiary villi, if you suppose this is the intervillous space, this is the intervillous space surrounded by the mother blood. Mother blood is present here, intervillous space, and the fetal blood is present inside these capillaries. Now the exchange of the nutrients, waste product or the gas takes place through this wall that forms the wall of the villi, and it is the placental membrane. In the early half of the pregnancy, it has the 4 layers. But as the pregnancy progresses, this layer is thin out. The 4 layers becomes the 3 or the 2. And the first layer that disappear, it is the cytotrophoblast. Then this mesoderm also thin out. So it is the syncytotrophoblast, and it is the endothelium of the capillaries will remain. And this is because to increase the efficiency of this placental membrane, so that easily exchange of the material takes place between these circulation of the mother and the circulation of the fetus. Now see in this diagram, in this chart, the chart of the uterus, now showing this decidua capsularis, circular area. The decidua capsularis means the part that separate the blastocyst from the lumen of the cavity of the uterus. Remaining part, it is the decidua parietalis, and it is the thick myometrium. Now in the further lower diagram, this see the formation of the chorionic villi. Initially it is present throughout the chorion, and this is the region of the chorionic villi in the decidua basilis region. This villi proliferate rapidly while this part degenerate. Now in this next diagram, this part, it is the chorion frondosum, and this is the decidua basilis. They form the placenta, while the remaining part of the chorion becomes the smooth. In the further development, now it is the development of the placenta, how the placenta is formed, and what are the parts of the mother and the fetus that participate in the formation of the placenta. And finally, this is the full term placenta, and it is connected with the fetus through the connecting stalk, umbilical cord. The connecting stalk becomes the umbilical cord. So this is the formation and the feature of the placenta. On the next topic, we will discuss about the gross feature and the function of the placenta. Thank you very much.